nothing is happening, and your brain still won't shut up. You're in bed, lights are off, no emergency, no bad text, no real problem standing in the room with you. Still, your mind starts moving like it's got a private warning that you didn't hear. That thing you said earlier, that message that you still haven't answered, that random future disaster that your brain just made up and for some reason now wants a full meeting about it. You know this feeling. A quiet moment opens up and your mind rushes in to ruin it. Not always in some huge dramatic way. A lot of the time, it's smaller than that. More pathetic, honestly. You get in the shower and start replaying a conversation from 4 days ago. You sit down after a long day and immediately start checking for what you forgot. You wake up and before your feet hit the floor, your brain is already scanning ahead for problems like it's clocking in early. It gets old. You solve one thing and your mind reaches for another. Deadline handled. Fine. 10 seconds later, it's on to money, health, work, somebody's tone in a text. That weird look on someone's face that you probably imagined meaning more than it actually did. The brain is like a dog that keeps bringing you garbage from outside and acting proud of it. You would think peace would feel good, but sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes peace feels suspicious. That's the strange part people don't really talk about. Calm can feel uncomfortable when your mind has spent years treating tension like normal background noise. You finally get an open evening and you can't settle into it. You finally get good news and your first reaction is to look for the catch. You finally have silence and suddenly you need your phone for no real reason except the silence started getting too loud. That is not random. Your brain is built to look for danger, not because it wants you miserable. It just has different priorities than you do. You want relief? You want one clean hour where your mind leaves you alone. Your brain wants to make sure that nothing bad sneaks up on you. Missing danger has always been expensive. Overreacting to nothing by comparison is a pretty cheap mistake. So your mind leans that way, toward scanning, toward checking, toward rehearsing. It would rather make a false alarm than miss the real thing. That explains a lot, actually. It explains why overthinking feels weirdly useful while you're doing it. You're sitting there solving nothing, changing nothing, draining yourself for free, and some part of you still feels productive. Like this mental spinning counts as preparation. Like if you worry hard enough now, tomorrow will hurt less. And it usually doesn't work like that. Still, the feeling sticks. Worry starts to feel responsible. Worry starts to feel like what serious people do. And then your brain gets attached to it. And that's when it gets messy. Stress stops feeling like a reaction and starts feeling like a state. Familiar, normal, maybe even safe in a twisted way. Your system gets so used to noise that quiet starts to feel unnatural. Like something is missing, like you forgot to lock a door somewhere. Sometimes peace feels wrong because your brain got used to noise. I think that lands harder than most people expect, because now the thing you want is also the thing your body doesn't know how to trust. You want rest, then feel twitchy inside it. You want stillness, then immediately fill it. Music, video, messages, news, anything. Just not the raw silence of your own head with nothing to chew on. And modern life makes that habit worse in the dumbest possible way. Your brain was built to monitor small environments, a room, a path, a few faces. Now it gets force-fed everything. Bad news before breakfast, notifications all day, opinions from people that you don't know, warnings, headlines, clips, messages, updates, everybody else's panic delivered straight into your pocket. The system never really gets to power down. It just keeps buzzing. So even when life is fine, your mind stays ready. Ready for what exactly? Hard to say. Still ready. That's why a lot of people feel restless when nothing is technically wrong. The brain doesn't need a problem every time. It just needs uncertainty, and that's enough. Give it uncertainty, and it starts building scenarios. Another thought, another angle, another possible issue. It keeps going because going feels safer than stopping. After a while, You start thinking that this is just your personality. I'm an overthinker. I can't switch off. I'm just wired like this. Maybe. Still, that skips something important. A lot of this was trained, repeated, reinforced. Your brain learned that stress feels like vigilance, and vigilance feels like safety. Bad bargain, common one. This is why relaxing can feel so weirdly difficult. Not because you don't want peace, but because your mind has spent years treating peace like a security gap. So the next time your brain turns a normal quiet moment into an investigation, notice how fast it happens. Notice the reflex underneath it. Notice how your mind reacts to uncertainty like uncertainty itself is the threat. Because maybe that's been the whole pattern. Your brain was never trying to make you happy. It was trying to keep watch. And after long enough, watchful starts to feel exactly like restless.